We've been going through a lot. Life has just gotten really heavy for us. I can't take on health issues. My tumor is so big. She was asking me, she's like, do you understand? And I'm like, yeah, I understand. Like with a straight face, but then tears are like coming down my eyes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not fun. All right, we got some stuff to talk about. I have so much stuff to fill you guys in. As you read by the title, this is going to be somewhat of a life update or life trajectory. I don't know. Yeah, I have so much to talk about that I have notes. So if I look down, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at my notes. I did not anticipate being away or not being able to post content for the last 2 months. I mean, if you follow me on like Instagram or TikTok, Facebook, I've been posting, but it's nowhere like how I usually post it. Like I would post like 3 shorts a day. I would post 3 YouTube videos a week. Like it has been bare bones over here. Mainly because like we've been going through a lot, and honestly, life has just gotten really heavy for us. And I was anticipating even like sharing the process or the journey of everything that I've been going through. And I literally one night I was like, you know what? Like I heard God crystal clear, like you have this gift, you want to share. He wants to use me to touch other women. So I'm sharing. And honestly, I didn't think I was ready to talk about this, but the more and more I thought about it, like the more and more I prayed about it, I feel like God was prepping me to do so. But life got really heavy. I feel like I'm supposed to share this journey. I was literally going back and forth, like even talking to my husband, like, should I record this process? Should this journey even be something that's on camera? Like, do I want to share this? And I feel like God has really given me the gift of loving to create content and just sharing as much as I can in a positive way. Like, I feel like God is definitely using me. So I feel like I'm supposed to share this. I literally had like a lack of motivation. I wasn't feeling like myself at all. 2, I feel like I wasn't feeling like myself because God was prepping me to become a new. Literally, I was trying to juggle everything. And I still am juggling everything, but it's more manageable now. Back Christmas time, everyone got sick, right? And I thought that, well, I think that we had COVID. I'm pretty sure we had COVID. Like a lot of people that I was around, they were testing and they had COVID, and we were sick for like a whole week and some change. So I'm sure we had COVID, and I just couldn't catch my breath after I was sick. Like I was like, oh, I must have long COVID. Everybody else around me was getting better, but me, like I would go up the stairs and I would get winded. I would like literally like just be sitting there, and if I moved too much, like I would get out of breath. And I started having like neck pains and like soreness in my neck and my throat area. So I went to the doctor. I know I had a thyroid tumor, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna make sure that everything is okay in that front, because last year around the same time, they told me that I should follow through with like some serious like testing to deal with my thyroid. And I just had so much going on where I was just like, I'm not in the mood for that. So last year I literally put my health and my life on the back burner. Just being a mom, like Zane, it was his first year in kindergarten, in school. My job was like super, super, super busy. Cody was having a rough patch with his job, and literally everything was just so hard that I was like, I can't take on health issues. So I literally put it on the back burner. So with me having all the pains and feelings that I was having, being able to visibly like see and feel my thyroid tumor, I was like, oh yeah, let's go get that checked. So I went to the doctor, and he was seeing the same things that my mom and I were saying. So like the symptoms and things he was asking me, like, so he was asking me like, do I have problems breathing, catching my breath? Like, is it easy to exercise or walk upstairs? How is it eating? Like, do you have trouble eating? And I would say, oh yeah, but just like certain foods, solids, like I would have to like work a little harder to swallow them. I was having pain on both sides of my neck, and like you could visibly see my thyroid is enlarged. So like with all those things, he was like, well, let's get you some specific blood tests for the thyroid. And I was like, cool, bet. Went for my blood test, and my thyroid is functioning completely normal. Thank you, Jesus. Like, I was expecting it to be like hypo or hyperthyroid, but no, my thyroid is actually functioning completely normal. So after I had the blood work done and my test results came back normal, I went for an ultrasound. My ultrasound showed that my thyroid tumor had almost doubled in size. So last year around this time, my thyroid tumor was like 3.9 centimeters. Now it is 6.4 centimeters. So it's almost doubled in size in less than a year. So when my doctor interpreted my records, he recommended me to a surgeon. And all this is happening like, I'm going to the doctor's appointment 1 week, and then the next week I'm getting blood work done, and the next week I have my ultrasound, and the next week I have the follow-up appointment. So like a whole month of just waiting and figuring out what is going on. So finally, we get to the appointment that my doctor referred me to a general surgeon, so I can like have a biopsy and talk to her about like next steps. So I went to that appointment, and I was gonna go to the appointment alone. When I went to the appointment, Cody was actually there. He dropped me off, and I went to the appointment, and thank goodness he was there, because I feel like God knew that I needed him at that appointment, because literally, and everybody that is involved, or everybody that I've told this to, I'm like, it's moving so slow. I feel like they're dragging their feet. I wish they would just hurry up. But we went into this appointment, and we were just expecting the same thing. Like, oh, well, we just have to wait, or, oh, we're going to get more testing. No, ma'am. No, sir. So we had the appointment, and the doctor, she let it all out. She told me everything. She even explained the pain I was having in my neck. So the pain that I was having in my neck was my tumor is so big that the other side of my neck literally so the tumor is literally pushing my windpipe over, and it's pushing all the muscles over. So I was like, that's crazy. Like, looking at the ultrasound and seeing her interpret everything. I do have to have surgery, and I feel like it's for the best, because I have been having lots of issues breathing. So the surgery is going to remove half of my thyroid. So I am scared about that, but so when we went to the appointment with the doctor, she was telling me everything that I needed to know. Like, she pulled out like 3 different pamphlets and went through like, what is a thyroid tumor? Like, how do we do surgery? What is the recovery like? She went through all this stuff. All right, so I had to change scenery because everybody started waking up, except for baby Noah. He's still asleep, so I have to be a little quiet because he's over in the other room. But where were we? So about the doctor's appointment, it was getting heavy. Like, she was telling me that she would have to cut my throat open, remove half of my thyroid, that there were like risk and possibilities of them damaging my vocal cords and leaving me with like a permanent hoarseness. And I have to get a biopsy, and if the biopsy comes back with cancer, they have to remove the entire thyroid, leaving me with nothing. And then I would have to be on like a medication for the rest of my life. Oh, and then if I just have to get half of it removed, there's still a 60 or a 40% chance that I will have to still take medication for the rest of my life. So it was just a lot, and it was just a lot for me to hear. So I was literally in tears, like, and I was trying to hold back because I don't know this doctor, I don't know this lady, and I don't like being vulnerable in front of people that I don't know. So like, she's asking me, she's like, do you understand? And I'm like, yeah, I understand, like, with a straight face, but then tears are like coming down my eyes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not fun. And then she touches my leg, and she's like, I know, like, you're hearing all this stuff you don't want to hear from a random doctor who you don't know. And I literally was like, dang, she can really read my mind, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, I'm like, who are you? You about to be doing what to my throat and touching my vocal cords with what? So they have like this tool that they check for your vocal cords, and they can tell if they've damaged them, or how like to stay away from them or whatever in surgery. And that scared me because I love to sing. Let me reposition this camera a little bit. So that part scared me the most, because like, I love to sing, and if I wake up from the surgery and my voice is like hoarse and they've damaged my vocal cords, I don't know how I would be. I know I wouldn't be the same person. And it literally scares me so much. But I feel like even with me like losing my vocal cord, or like losing the ability to like talk normally or sing, I know that I will find myself again. And I know that with like the person that I have developed into in Christ, like, I know that God has a plan for my life. Can I see the plan? No. Does that scare me? A little bit. And I feel like that's just where my faith comes into play, because it's just been like a back and forth. Like, it's just been a back and forth. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm scared. Okay, God has me. Okay, what's next? Okay, I don't want that to happen. Like, don't think those thoughts. Like, oh, it's the enemy. Okay, God has me. Like, God is with me. Like, God has the surgeons. Like, it's literally like a back and forth. And someone told me, one of my family members, they told me, they were like, don't tell anybody that you're having these issues and you have to go through surgery. And they were saying, don't tell them, because some people are like, have evil in their heart and don't want good for me, or don't want me to have a good outcome, or whatever that may be. And I started to listen to them, but then I just remembered the person that God is refining me to be, and the people that he's put in my life in the past year. I have so many good friends at church, at work, in my neighborhood, like, that actually like love me and pray for me and care about me. And I do feel like God works in mysterious ways. Like, we never know God's purpose for doing things or bringing people in your life. But literally, like, as I'm going through this, like, not one person has said anything negative to me. Like, even when I bring up my concerns, like, I'm like, oh, they're like, even when I bring up my concerns, they're like, stop. Like, God has you. Like, this is the enemy. Like, you don't know God's plans, but whatever God has for you is what's best for you. And literally, God's timing is everything. And I have had so many people remind me of that, how God's timing is everything, because I'm that type of person that I have had my whole life planned out since kindergarten. Literally, whole life planned out since kindergarten. And just, this was not in the cards for me. This is not anything that I have imagined for myself. So I have to have surgery. And am I happy about that? No. Am I gonna get through it? Yes. Another thing with this surgery, y'all, I'm so sad about. I feel like I have to mourn this. So if you guys don't know what a thyroid is, your thyroid is pretty much like, it's a hormone regulator. So it puts out hormones in your body as needed. And for women, it's really essential for like menstruation or having a baby or mood regulation, stuff like that. And as you guys know, I wanted that baby girl. I did. And this is a small possibility. Actually, I'm not gonna say it's small. The vocal cord, losing my voice, is a smaller possibility of this, but So I'm not gonna be able to have the baby that we wanted. We were gonna try to get pregnant at the end of April, early May, and we're not going to be able to do that because either I'm going to be prepping my body for surgery or I'm going to be like recovering from surgery. So baby plans are out the window for the next year, which I'm not happy about because like I said, I planned my whole life since kindergarten. I wanted my kids to be close in age. That way we could say, oh yeah, we done having kids. We about to go on vacations. Like, and that's just not happening. Like, it's not happening the way that I wanted it to happen. And I'm still coming to grips with that. Yeah, I'm still coming to grips with it, but also like I said, the push and pull, like I'm coming to grips with it, but because I know that God's timing is perfect, you know, we don't know how we're gonna have another baby. And then with my thyroid, like it regulates your hormones, so there's a possibility that I might not be able to get pregnant, or if I do get pregnant, sustain a pregnancy. And there's medications out there that you can take to help you. But it's just, it's a big thing for me. So, yeah, so I mean, we're open to adoption, we're open to IVF, but we're gonna definitely try natural whenever we get the green light, I guess. But right now the light is red, the light is black, the light says do not try for a baby. It is not smart right now, and I really want to, y'all. I really want to be selfish for a baby. But if I'm selfish for a baby, then I'm selfish for the rest of my family, because if I do get pregnant right now, I'm probably not going to be able to do surgery. The tumor is probably going to grow even more. I'm going to have even a harder time breathing. Could you imagine like me being out of breath in labor? Like that would be crazy. Like I don't even know who'd be here, girl. Anyway. That was a lot, but a lot of other things are happening too. So my husband's career path is changing, so that's really good. We are thinking about putting our kids in a new school system, so those come with lots of changes and adjustments. What else? Oh, one thing that sucks, but like I said, God's timing is everything. That right now, so we own 3 cars, right? But 2 of them have transmission issues. Isn't that crazy? How did both of our cars have transmission issues? So yeah, so now we're down to 1 car, and it's the minivan, thank God, because I don't know how we'll put them little kids in a little tiny Ford Focus. That would not happen. So our minivan is the only car that we have. Good news though, God's timing is everything. We are looking to get a new car, and I think I know what car we're gonna get. I'm gonna keep that a surprise though, because we're gonna share and all that stuff. So, but we've been looking for cars. We've been just like saving up the money. My goal is, because I don't want to accumulate any more bills. My goal is to sell the other 2 cars. I don't know, we're gonna have to like junk sell them, or I don't know, maybe a dealership will take them and do work. I have no idea. The transmission issues, my standards are very low. But we are looking at a new car, and the car, literally when we moved into this house, we kept joking like that was gonna be our car. And yeah, I think that God put that on our heart, that is our car. A couple of my friends have the same car, and we were driving them and just sitting in them and testing it out, and we just really liked them. So I'm excited to share that journey with you guys in the upcoming weeks. Hopefully, it's April 4th right now, so hopefully by the end of the month or beginning of May, we'll be able to get that other car and get the other ones out the garage. Y'all, parenting has been something. First of all, let me say this. So I went to a women's retreat, and it was so good. It was so good. It ended early because there was a bad storm and the power went out, but the devil was working, but he did not prevail because God is so good. Like, the connection that I made with these ladies, like the things that I pulled away from these classes, and my relationship with God is just growing at a rapid pace right now, and I love that. And it's April 4th, y'all. Tomorrow is Easter Sunday. Y'all, God is just so good. I don't know, like, I know like the tone of this video, I hope that the tone of this video isn't like sad and somber, because I don't feel that way. I don't feel sad. I do feel anxious, but I don't feel sad. Like, I know that at the end of everything, like, God is going to have me. Like, God has brought me this far. Like, I was 5 years old. I had a ruptured appendix, couldn't walk, literally walking around with poison in my body. And actually, I couldn't walk, so I wasn't walking. I was being carried around with poison in my body. Like, literally, like, I literally had so many times where I almost lost my life. And this right here, it ain't nothing. Like, going through like horrible childbirths, like, God has brought me through so much for what? And this is not, like, I'm not worried about this situation at all. So I'm just gonna map out the next few weeks for y'all. So next week, I am doing a biopsy, and I plan to vlog a little bit, give you guys updates, and definitely like let you guys know the results to see if I have the big C word or not. I've been praying literally multiple times a day that I don't have this cancer. Also, like, I've been giving it to God, like, too. Like, I've been praying multiple times a day, thanking him that I don't have cancer. I'll fix that. I haven't been praying for me not to have cancer, because I prayed and I gave it to him. And, you know, what am I checking up on the prayer for? What are you checking up on the prayer for? When you pray and give it to God, give it to God. Stop holding on to it. So I've been thanking God that I don't have cancer. I will say that. I've been fixing that. I really feel like this journey is not something to hide or something to be like, oh, y'all, I've been gone 6 months. Y'all see this big scar on my neck? Like, no, I'm not doing that. I really, like, first of all, I am only 28 years old. I grew up seeing my grandmothers on diabetic medication in the nursing home, in the hospitals. And I literally, from a young age, was like, I'm not going to do that. And the risk of being on medication on a daily, I feel like that's like the part where I'm like, this was not in the cards for me. Like, this was not on my bingo card. Okay, for life. It was not on my life bingo card. But it's something that I'm coming to grips with, and essentially I know I'll be okay. And I do plan to record and do a process, do the journey of this whole thing. So if you guys would like to stay around for the journey, please do so. Like, pray for me, pray in the comments. Like, I will say, like, I haven't really had like any negativity issues on this channel, but if there are negative comments, or like you're trying to tell me, I don't know, something negative, you are not gonna be here for long. You would get blocked. So I don't know the outcome of all of this. I just know that whatever the outcome is, God will be there. And I'm just keeping my heart open, keeping my faith open, keeping my spirit aligned in check. And I feel like that's what I have to work. Like, I feel like God has already like worked the big things around. So me internally, like, I just need to make sure my spirit is aligned, my faith is strong in God. Anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm back, and we're gonna walk through this together. And this is a little bit of a heavy vlog, not heavy vlog, but a heavy topic, but it's not as somber. Like, I'm not dying, y'all. I'm here. I'm here. No, I'm joking, but I will be getting back to my vlogs, y'all. The plan is, this is the plan for the vlogs. This is the plan for the vlogs. The plan for the vlogs, okay? The plan for the vlogs is back to 3 videos a week. Now, I'm gonna just let y'all know, if I do fall for my 3 videos a week, just know your girl's going through some stuff, so give me some slack, okay? But for the most part, 3 videos a week, and I'm gonna get back to my short form creation. But I don't know, like, I just feel this boost to create and to share my story. So we're gonna walk through this together. If anybody else has been through this situation, like, I'm talking about everything. Like, I'm talking about the thyroid, the motherhood, the faith walk. Like, sharing your stories down below. I love reading the comments. Sometimes I don't get as many comments, but hopefully y'all share them comments. Let me see what y'all have to say. Let me get some advice from y'all. Let me get some motivation, some encouragement. Anyway, y'all, that's all I have for you guys, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.